On everybody, this is Coach D coming at you. Hey, listen, today we're going to talk about like what is up with everyone talking about this Facebook engagement, right? Why is it even important to increase your engagement on Facebook? That's what we're going to discuss today. Like, what's the big deal? All right. And of course, we're going to talk about why it's important and well, to see if it is important, but also I'm going to drop to you guys a strategy. Okay, I'm going to drop your strategy. All right. So first off, if this is your first time tuning in, whether you're tuning in on Facebook, go ahead and show me some love. All right. Throw me up some hearts if you happen to be catching this on YouTube. Also, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you could be definitely alerted next time I come up with some content. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this. All right. Now, you've probably heard people say, that, oh, you need to get more engagement on Facebook, and when they're talking about Facebook engagement, they're talking about like the likes, the hearts, the comments, right? Now, at first, you probably heard the people say, well, what's the big deal? Like, why do I even need engagement? Engagement, like people will say like likes don't pay bills. Okay. And that is true. Likes don't pay bills. Okay. I've said it myself and it's absolutely true. Just having some superficial likes, where let's say if it's like people who are already in a business opportunity that you're in, for example, right? And they just come over and juice your post, and just give you these likes and comments and stuff, but they have no intention on ever buying anything from you. That's what I mean by superficial. If it's people coming over and they have no intention of ever buying anything, then yeah, that's not going to help you that much. All right. But let's look at the flip side of this. All right. Why do people want to get more engagement on their posts anywhere, on their Facebook posts? Here's the deal. Okay. The way the Facebook algorithm works is like this. When Facebook sees that you have a post coming down and a lot of people are engaging in it, then Facebook is now going to show that post to more of your Facebook friends. And you probably thought that the way Facebook worked was if you put up a Facebook post, and then they're going to pretty much show it to all 5,000 friends. Let's say you have 2,000 friends. All right. I have about 2,000 friends right now. All right. So you're probably thinking that, oh, I put something up, it's going to be good. Facebook is going to show it to everyone. Well, no, that's not the case. Okay. Facebook actually only shows it to a very small percentage. Okay. Now, the actual specific percentage, all right, has not been released. I've found it nowhere online or whatever, but it's only a small percentage of people that Facebook will actually show your post to. But Facebook works off of these like triggers, okay? Because of course it's little Facebook robots going around, checking things, right? And the trigger for them to know that if your content is good, at least in their mind, okay, that if your content is good is whether or not people are actually engaging with it, whether or not people are putting some thumbs up, people are putting some hearts, people are putting some comments, then that's going to let Facebook know that your content is good, at least in their mind. All right. So what'll happen is, think about it realistically. Facebook wants you to stay on the platform as much as possible. Well, every platform wants that, YouTube included, right? Okay. So since they want you to stay on the platform as much as possible, right? Then they want to make sure you as the viewer sees things that you like. But follow me? All right. So if you're liking something that's coming down your newsfeed, if you're liking different posts, right? You put a heart on it, put a like on it, put a comment on it, right? You're being social. Facebook is social media, right? And then Facebook is like, you know what? Okay, D liked that post. I'm going to show D more posts from that person. So from the flip side, if you're the one putting up the post, don't you want your Facebook friends to actually see more of your posts? Especially if you have products and services that they can use on the Facebook, right? And I don't care if you're, it doesn't matter if you're in a business opportunity, maybe you make products, you have nail salon services, it doesn't matter, right? The more people that actually can see what you have to offer, right, the more chances you have of actually, generating some income or making a sale, or helping someone out. All right. You need more eyeballs on what you have going on. Now, I'll tell you guys, all right, I've definitely been through times where, you put up a post or Facebook Live or whatever the case may be, and you don't get that much engagement, right? It doesn't feel real good. I mean, and your content can be really good. I mean, personally, I make really good content, right? But that doesn't mean that you're doing what's necessary to get that Facebook engagement. So that's why I'm going to show you guys a strategy that I actually started using about maybe a week ago. It's only been about a week that I start using this strategy. So I'm going to show you guys that strategy, but first, I want to show you the results before I was using the strategy, all right? And some of the things that can happen when you do start using the strategy that I'm going to reveal to you today. So you definitely want to stick around, all right? So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you, like I said, it was just a week ago, some of the engagement that I wasn't getting. It is what it is, right? All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, let's go here. Now here, this is my Facebook profile right here. Okay. And as you see, I have this was just on the 21st. So this was 9 days ago. This was 9 days ago right here. I did a Facebook Live. All right. And I was actually giving some good content. You know, it's content that is relevant to my audience, not just stuff that I think is good. Okay. It's stuff that's relevant to my audience. I'm very good at creating content. Right. But if you look here, I only had 8 reactions. Okay. And it's been 9 days. I mean, yeah, it takes a little time, but 9 days, only had 8 reactions and 4 comments. Right. So what that means is Facebook is looking at it as, well, that content sucked. Okay. That's what Facebook is looking at it as, right? Because it's not a lot of reaction when I first put that video up. So what happens is now Facebook is not going to show that video to many people. So it's not going to get a lot of what we call play time. Okay. So that means whatever I was selling in this video or offering, you know, I think I was offering a lead magnet in that video, whatever I was offering pretty much fell on deaf ears. Has that ever happened to you where you put up a post or put up a video, you know, and you did a very good, you know, presentation, did a very good training, and you offered people something, whether it was free or paid, right? You offered people something, but nobody bit, okay? Because it was only like you, your dog, and your mom watching. All right. That ever happened to you? Put down a comment and say, yeah, that's me. Let me know. All right. So this is what I had going on about 9 days ago. All right. So like I told you, you know, I started doing a training that actually, you know, showed me some different ways that I can actually increase that. Now, first, before I show you, you know, my transition, let me show you what some good reactions look like. Okay. People who have been doing it a little bit longer than 9 days. All right. And these are some profiles. What I'm about to show you, some profiles of people that I actually know on Facebook. All right. You know, that are, you know, doing certain things to be able to increase in their engagement. All right. So one of them I'm going to show you over here is a fella named Christian. All right. He's a teammate of mine. And you see here, he definitely, you know, gets really good engagement on Facebook. All right. Like right here, he put up this post on the 28th. So just like a couple days ago, and he already has 216 reactions and 348 comments. What that means is it's not about vanity. Remember, that means that in Facebook mind, it's like, oh, that was a good post because people responded to it at the very beginning. So when they responded to it, meaning they put on a reaction, Facebook now is showing that post to more of his friends. Wouldn't you like for your Facebook post to be shown or your video to be shown to more of your friends, 216, for example, right, of your friends? All right. Okay. Think about that, you know, and I'm sure more people saw it that didn't react. But look at all the people that did see it and actually did put a reaction and actually did put a comment. That means Facebook is going to show his post to more people. So that means whatever he has that he's offering, you know, he's going to start, other people are going to start seeing his content so that he can actually start making more sales in his business. That's what it's about, because come on, we're entrepreneurs. Yes, we're using our Facebook profile to attract people to us so that they will want to do business with us. That's just what that is. Okay. So this is why that algorithm is super important. But I wanted to show you that so you can see what it looks like when you start getting really good engagement. And let me show you another teammate of mine. All right. Let me show you another teammate of mine right here. She put up a post, and this was 7 days ago. All right. This was 7 days ago. She put up a post. All right. And typically, here's the deal. Typically, posts that you put up about money that you make, you know, like proof posts, right? Typically, those posts don't get as much engagement, right? Because come on, you know what it is. Like sometimes, you know, people, they might not be winning in their business. So they don't actually comment when you show that you're winning, because maybe they just don't feel good about winning, about not winning themselves. So typically these don't get that much engagement when you talk about a proof post. But look at the engagement that Sandra was able to get. 229 reactions and 347 comments on her post. All right. That means that tons more of her friends are actually going to be able to see her post, and they're going to be like, Well, okay, well, what is Sandra doing to make that $400 in a day? I want to make $400 in a day. And what's going to happen is people are going to reach out to Sandra and say, hey, what are you doing, girl? Let me know. Right? And that'll lead to a conversation, which then leads to another sale for Sandra. Okay? It's just that simple. People can't buy from you if they don't see you. Right? They got to see you. So this is why you got to, kind of work within the confines of Facebook, but that's why we call them like Facebook hacks. I call it a strategy, but some people call it Facebook hack. And don't worry, I'm going to actually show you one that I used, to actually increase in my engagement. Now, let me show you my journey, if you will, how I increase. Okay. So over here, you see this post right here. Like I said, it got 8 reactions and 4 comments. All right. Even though it was good content. Is what it is. Okay. And this was 9 days ago. All right. So now I'm going to show you the progression. All right. And yes, it does take time, but it doesn't take a lot of time if you just do it, as you're about to see, because this was only 9 days ago. So let's scroll up to show some recent, like since then, how things have, kind of came along. This one, I went up to 35 reactions. So that was good. Started going up. 88 reactions started going up. And as this time, I'm doing the process that I'm about to show you guys. Okay. And then we start going up a little bit here. And I want to show you one that I put up the other day. Okay. This is one, once again. All right. Here, this was actually, I put up yesterday. Okay. I put up yesterday right here. All right. At 8:42. Okay. So this one right here, remember I told you that typically proof posts don't get that much engagement because it just be what it be. That's fine. Whatever. Right. Well, this is one I put up just yesterday. Okay. So this is my most recent results right here. All right. So now you see I have 149 reactions and 156 comments. Okay. Now what that means is instead of me just having like 8 reactions in a matter of 9 days, I now have 149 reactions. Okay, that means more people are now seeing what I have to offer. They're now seeing me winning. Come on, everybody wants to join a winner, right? They're now going to be able to see my posts, see me winning, going to be able to see my posts when I give more content, and they're going to start reaching out. Well, they already have started reaching out to me, and potentially want to actually do business with me. So that has been my progression using what I'm about to show you. Okay, one of the tips that I'm about to show you on how to do, but I wanted to show you that I'm not just giving you the tip and, hoping it works. I'm giving you the tip and I know it works. Okay, there's that. Just saying. Okay, and this isn't a matter of like you saw 9 days. Okay, so, and another thing I want to mention too, because somebody reached out to me and they asked me about like engagement groups. How sometimes you'll join a Facebook group and it'll be like everybody in there, their sole purpose and sole job is just to go and comment on your Facebook post, to, make it seem like you have a lot of engagement and stuff. But at the same time, they have no intention on buying your stuff. So they asked me if I was using one and I told them no. And that's honest, right? I'm not having anyone juice my post. Anybody who is coming and commenting, they're coming and commenting because they like whatever they see. All right. You know what I mean? I haven't had anyone go over and juice my post or whatever, or commenting on it. Now, I'm not telling you that's wrong or right. I'm just addressing it because someone asked me. So I'm telling you what I'm doing. Okay. I'm telling you what I personally am doing in my business. All right. So that's how I like to roll. Let you know what I got going on. It don't matter what other people got going on. Okay. All right. So let me show you what I've been doing to actually, increase this engagement. And once again, this is just tip 1. I'm not going to be up here trying to tell you that, it's only one single thing. No, but don't worry. I will show you guys how you can actually, get the full training and everything and get the rest of the tips, and also how you can increase your income too while you do it. As a matter of fact, there's a link somewhere in the description if you want to check that out after you finish watching the video. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. So this is what I do. And this is the Facebook strategy tip number 1 that I'm going to give you today. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm doing what's called priming Facebook. Okay. I'm priming Facebook. It's like this. All right. Now, y'all know I used to be an auto mechanic, but y'all might not be. So anyways, okay. It's like you got to prime the pump, right? So like in auto mechanics terms, back in the day, when we used to start up cars back in the day, we would have to prime the fuel pump to kind of get it going, which means we would have to step on the gas. Y'all probably heard that before. sometimes y'all car probably don't start and y'all probably be trying to step on the gas a little bit. Like, let me step on it. And then I crank it. Maybe that's going to work. Right? So that's what we mean by priming it. It's kind of like get it going. You know what I mean? So that way, just kind of give it a little boost, right? So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to show you how to prime Facebook. Now, basically what that means is you're going to, before you post, listen, before you do your Facebook post, you're going to prime Facebook, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to start going down your news feed, okay? And commenting, genuinely commenting on what you see and reacting to it. Hearts are better than just likes, but if you only like the post and only put a like on it, okay? Don't lie about it. That's fine, right? But the point is you want to put a reaction on the post that you see, and you want to put a genuine comment, okay? Now, before you say, well, what if I don't like the post? Skip it. There's that. Okay, if you see a post that you don't like, skip it. I'm not going to comment on something I don't like, so there's that. Okay, all right. So I'm showing you exactly what I did. So this is what I would do. I'm going to show you a couple times actually on the screen so you know what I'm saying. So this is what I did. I would go. Let me go back over to my news feed. All right, I would go over here to my news feed. All right, and then what I would do is I would just start by going down the post. This one says don't take life for granted. Okay. It's in Spanish, but I read that. Don't take life for granted, right? So I will heart it. I like that post, so that's fine. I will heart it, right? And I would say something meaningful. I would say like, absolutely, life can be too short. Can be too short. All right. So that when I say meaningful, it's like that relates to the post. Okay, it relates to the post. You're not just going down saying, awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome. Right? Okay, something meaningful. And you keep going down and you skip the sponsored posts. Skip the sponsored posts, all right? Because they don't count. All right. As far as I know, they don't count. I didn't do the sponsored posts. I'm telling you exactly what I did. All right. So here's one right here. It says, Happy Friday. You must find a place inside yourself where nothing is impossible. Okay, I like that one. I like quotes. You know, I like that. So I would say, absolutely, everything is possible in this world. Boom. All right. And then you would just keep going down. You don't do your own, right? You don't do your own stuff, right? All right. And you just keep going down the news feed. And I'll just do a couple more so you guys really understand, right? And this one says, always remember you're one step ahead of someone else. All right. I will heart that. I like that. I like that post. All right. I'll say that's right. Everyone has their day. Okay. Boom. So you will go down and do this. Now, the amount of time that you spend is really going to be based upon the people that you talk to. That I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what I did, but I'm also going to address that you will hear different time frames. But I want you to keep in mind that Facebook never published a specific time frame. Okay, so everything that you're hearing is based on someone's experience, based on their experience whenever they did it. So keep that in mind, okay? So don't be up there trying to tell people that their way is wrong and your way is right, okay? Cut that out, all right? Now, I've heard one fella, there was only one fella I heard say this, said that he does it for 4 hours. I don't. Just saying that's what he said, okay? Just saying, whatever, all right? Now, the least I've heard it for was 15 minutes. That's the least I've heard someone say that they did it for 15 minutes. Okay. All right. I've heard in the middle, I've heard 2 hours, like doing what I'm talking about, going out for 2 hours. I've heard that. I don't do 2 hours, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. I've also heard 90 minutes. I don't do that, but I'm just telling you what I heard. Right. And I've also heard an hour, and I've also heard 45 minutes. I'm telling you what I did. Okay. And I will explain why. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. Now, what I did is I started doing this 30 minutes a day. Okay. 30 minutes. Before I post, I do it for 30 minutes. Now, why did I choose 30 minutes? Okay. So that way you understand my perspective, and you choose whatever's going to work for you. Sometimes you got to test out. So you choose any of them ranges of times you want to work out. This is why I chose 30 minutes though, because 30 minutes I can do. 30 minutes I can rock with that. All right. But when we start getting into an hour, me personally, I'm not spending an hour scrolling up on Facebook. I got to do. Right? Just being me. That's me. It is what it is, right? You choose what you want, right? Why did I not choose 90 minutes? Because I'm not spending 90 minutes scrolling on Facebook. I got to do. Just saying, that is what it is. Okay. Why did I not choose 2 hours or 4 hours? For the same reason. I'm not scrolling on Facebook for all that time, and I got to do. Okay. It's just that simple, right? But like I said, you want to test out the time frame, but this strategy works. But test out the time frame. If you got an extra 4 hours and you want to do it, have at it, man. Test it out. See if it works for you, right? You know what I mean? If you got an extra hour or 90 minutes, test it out. See which one works for you. But the strategy itself of priming Facebook, that strategy works. You test out the amount of time that you want to spend, priming Facebook before you post. All right. So you want to do that before you actually put up your Facebook post, because what'll happen is when you prime Facebook, right? The triggers, right? Remember, Facebook is ran by like robots, right? So all they can do is go off of triggers, right? Actions that we do, right? It can't think. Okay. So therefore, Facebook is looking at it as, well, D is being very active on Facebook and D is commenting on all of these posts. So what happened is when I comment and I react on these posts that are down my newsfeed, right? Then these same people, when I post, these same people are going to see my post now. Boom. Facebook is going to say, yeah, D was liking all up on you, so you probably going to like all up on D because y'all must be friends, right? Okay. So then Facebook will show them my post. So now when they see your content, in this case, when they see my content, they can choose if they like it or not, Now, here's where the psychology comes in, okay? Think about it. If a person bothered to put a meaningful comment on your post, not just great, 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 right? If they bothered to put a meaningful comment that lets you know that they actually, read something, you know what I mean, on your post, right? If they actually put a meaningful comment, psychologically, you're more apt or, you're more inclined to comment back on their post when you see it in your newsfeed, because you're going to see it, because Facebook's going to make sure you see it now, right? So that's the psychology behind it, right? So now people are seeing your stuff and they're like, oh, okay. Boom. So when they see my post, that I put up there that, I was having a great day that day, I have a great day every day, but I'm just saying that I showed a proof pic, right? Then they're like, oh, that's awesome. D is winning. I like to rock out with winners, so maybe I'll connect with D, or maybe I'll keep watching these posts and see what she has going on her timeline and see what she got going on in her group or whatever the case may be, and then people will start connecting with you. And when they start connecting with you, that's when the transactions can happen from that relationship that you guys are building. And does it take a whole bunch of time to build these relationships? No, it doesn't. Okay. But that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother day. All right. But I wanted to show you guys how simple that strategy can be. You saw exactly how I went ahead and posted, right? And all you need to do is, like I said, you choose how long you do it for. You choose that. Okay. See what works for you. I will, recommend that whatever you choose, do it for at least like 30 days, to give it time to, for you to see if that time frame is going to work for you. Okay. Just let it work yourself out, right? Whether you choose to do 4 hours, whether you choose to do 90 minutes, whether you choose to do an hour, whether you choose to do 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. Okay. Choosing to rock out with it. But like I said, I chose 30 minutes, because I ain't been on Facebook all that time doing that. What's going on? Said great content. Absolutely. So guys, now, if you guys have enjoyed this, you like this, right? Y'all like this tip. I know it's a lot of people out there, they're kind of keeping everything secret. I get it. It is what it is. I ain't mad. I like to share stuff when I learn it. So there's that. Okay. All right. Give me some love. Give me some love. Boom, boom, boom. Right. And if you're watching this on YouTube, definitely subscribe to the channel, baby. All right. And like I said, if you want to know more about these tips, as far as like what I'm using the whole way through, the whole gambit and everything, and how I'm turning that into another income to make up to $1,000 commissions like you saw before, then you'll see a link in the description. All right. You can check that out on your own and you will be good to go. All right. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching this video on how to increase engagement on Facebook and checking out my Facebook engagement strategy, because I'm definitely going to be bringing you guys some more of this type of content. All right. As I go through and document my journey, so you guys can see the ups, the downs, the sales, the no sales, the fall offs, and all that. All right. Other than that, this is Coach D, baby. And you already know we're going to take the right to the top. All right. And I'm out.